So let's get into this second map. We are live in the 9th round, of course, deciding who will go on
round.
Which team. Yeah, see, tasers would be awesome right now. So far, so good for WinFakt, actually, getting themselves 3 kills, but it's not over until that last man's dead, which he now is. WinFakt are going to pick this one up, and they are going to be surely starting off on the terrorist team. SK have already switched over onto the CT side. No, WinFakt are going to go CT side first.
Yeah, I think in 2011 the balance has changed a bit.
Yeah.
So Dust 2 CT might very well be stronger right now due to aggressive cold play, lower dark, upper dark, aggressive AWP peaks a little bit everywhere. But, I mean, if you get a pistol around ST, starting to boost your economy, you will kind of be back to the old pattern where you get 10, 12, 13 rounds without any problem at all, because it's really hard to cope with the money situation where you're CT losing the pistol round.
Yeah.
And I actually hate the fact we're always talking about the pistol round, but we need to stress how important it is, and not only like mentally, but also throughout the game and the economy of the game.
Yeah, I mean, just asking if both teams are ready. SK said earlier on that they were ready. I guess they're not going to stand up and have their huddle. I guess they had enough time to discuss this one. And some cool information did come through. Get Right ate an ice cream in halftime. That was like the most interesting thing that happened in those 10 minutes that we were on a break. Get Right was eating an ice cream. So we are going to get this one underway. It is Dust 2, the second map of this grand final, of course. The score is 1-0 to SK overall. If they win here on Dust 2, they will be the champions of the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge in New York. However, WinFakt are still in the game, of course, and if they win this one, we will be going through onto a third and final map, but the first fight will come down for Forest with that USP onto basic.
But Forest is at 15 HP now, and he is supposed to stack up at least 2 frags this round because he has the USP armor. I wonder if he's going to drop the USP or stick to it. He might still do Magic with the USP and 15 HP. Obviously, a great start in the round, but I wouldn't count out WinFakt just yet, depending how well SK is going to execute the latter part of this round when getting the bomb planted. Probably at A, as it looks now.
Actually, there's no one around close range on this long A area, so SK will be free to take over the pit. The question is, will they then have the strength that's needed for this range with those Glocks? I guess they're going to push fairly quickly once they get up this long area and take over this bomb site. They wait now for the call to come in, then they're going to rush over into this site. In fact, I think there's 3 guys waiting there already. Here we go, we start to move in. I think a couple of shots already coming off nicely there for SK. Face is going to grenade down. This surely will do a lot of damage there. Lurpis did get one. Get Right and Forest coming as that bomb is going to be planted. WinFakt still have 2 left alive. There is Get Right. Last man alive for WinFakt was Gigatus. He goes down, and as you mentioned, that terrorist pistol round giving SK an amazing, amazing start here into map number 2.
Yeah, just after winning Mirage in such a manner they did after doing a great comeback. Winning the pistol round is Mirage, but losing it a bit to 5-1 in WinFakt's favor, and then getting 9 consecutive rounds. So yeah, they're just gonna kind of keep on going now with the confidence they have coming from Mirage. And I don't really like the decision that WinFakt did after getting one of their guys down earlier on. They should have just stacked and just gamble a bit more than they did. Instead, they just tried to spread out and just, I don't know, await the inevitable attack from SK. And even if they had time to deal with this situation, they got a bit caught off guard when SK decided to split A.
Actually, they're all stacked over by this B bomb site at the moment. Except Nasu. Hidden behind every single box that you can think of inside of this B site. Actually, Face comes in with a USP, not finding so many problems. SK need to be careful. I think they've thought that everyone's gone now. Lopez is actually there in the back, and he is. Ooh.
It would be great if he has a kit right now. Does he?
This is pretty insane stuff from Lopez, actually inside that bomb site by the boxes. And look, SK have almost completely left it. Face is there. He takes down Lopez. Oh, well, that was
imagine if he had a kit there. That would be classic. Yeah. Epic.
That would have been awesome. But luckily for SK, Face was coming in. Face just looks at his teammates and like, hey, guys, we kind of left one behind there. not checking all the boxes.
But bear in mind that FaZe was one of the earliest guy coming into the bomb site, so it was actually his job.
Yeah.
But once more, Lurpis played really defensively, whereas his teammates starting to take the peaks. So I don't know what the deal was with that. Maybe needed some frags for the esl-tv stat, I don't know.
For the Dream Team. Which,
Yeah, for the Dream Team.
You know, trying to overtake Nixon as Pistol Master in this tournament.
That's impossible, he's too amazing.
We have a 3-0 for both Forest and Get Right at the start. And, you know, two players who really thrive off that that whole momentum play. Once they get off to a great start, once they get rolling, it's really, really hard to stop those two from overrunning your team.
I think in the situation WinFakt are in right now, they are starting to question why they actually started as CT. Because it's a different thing losing the pistol round when you're T. Let's say you lose the pistol round as T, you can still have the option. If two of your guys have frags and you have the bomb planted, you will have enough money to buy AKs. And in those kind of rounds, those kind of eco rounds, when you buy AKs, obviously not eco, but when you lose the pistol round and buy AKs, you still kind of favor to win the round and starting to pick up rounds. When you're CT, you don't really have any chance to buy anything.
Yeah. Right now that's working obviously against the Finns, who are that 1-0 behind in terms of maps. There was Get Right to finish things off. Coming down the middle and finishing off Basic and Lurpis to end the round. And here we have
another pause.
Another pause.
If you look at
this time,
if you look at the scoreboard right now, you can see how amazingly SK played the anti-ecos. I think they only lost one guy totally, which means they have so much money now going into the fourth round. So even if they lose it, and when you lose a round at Dust 2, it's not like WinFakt will shut them down completely, having 5 guys remaining. They will probably win by a bomb diffuse situation, which means they really need the next round after that. But SK, they're sitting on 10k each now, and if they lose a round, they can still buy again and just completely destroys WinFakt economy going into the next round. So really tricky situation for WinFakt to deal with this. SK has all the money in the world now to just get those 12, 13 rounds they need in order to secure the second map at the title at IEM New York.
Well, we do have this pause coming in. Not sure exactly why. Obviously, we'll try and get you some information as soon as we can.
You can see at Aslak's monitor now, he's bought AWP. He's probably thinking how he will deal with Delpan, who is most likely going to take the middle peak, and he's going to be the guy who is supposed to solve that kind of inconvenient issue of having Delpan peeking you in the middle. It's going to be very much up to him if he can shut down SK here on CT D-Dust 2.
Just a little bit of information for you guys that are waiting here in the crowd for StarCraft 2 and League of Legends. After the Counter-Strike 1.6 final will be the StarCraft 2 final. Then we'll move on to the League of Legends final after that one. So you can stop asking Khan now because he didn't actually know before. So there we go. Yeah, I'm not sure what's wrong. It doesn't seem to be a problem with WinFakt at least. They're all set down. Let's have a look at SK and see what's going on with them. And in the background there you can see the SK and Fnatic League of Legends teams getting set up for their final game. A little bit later on in the day.
And we all know how that's going to go.
Yeah, we are with SK. So game unpaused. We can jump straight back into it. And see how this one is going to be shaping off. 3-0. Forest 4-0. Robin 3-0. FaZe 3-1. Delphin and Get Right 0-0. I guess both of them dropping out there at least. We'll switch over to Delpan, who is AWP down there. Oh, Basic's got the up, and Delpan could see him there surely, but didn't want to get the
sure
arm
now it was
shot.
a smoke there or not? Because sometimes when you're a
yeah,
spectator,
it's possible that there was that smoke down.
And I think it should be a smoke, because if you don't throw the smoke at CT, it's kind of revealing you that you have a sniper standing there, and I'm not quite sure why Delpan would have taken that decision now. Maybe he's a bit overconfident. But also knowing if we would get that frag, that would be most likely winning that round, and one big step closer to winning the title. But now we lost it. It's going to be tougher for T to win this round, but SK can still do it, I think.
They are going to see the the split coming in. They are going to push into this B site, knowing that that AWP is in there. They've actually taken down Lurpus as well. Robin really should have known better there that AWP was still hanging around in that site. He got the kill earlier. Basic, in the meantime, did get 2 frags, which is bad news for SK. It leaves them in a 2 versus 3, but the bomb is down, and it's Face and Get Right still alive, and both with full HP, which is a massive, massive advantage, of course, for SK as those grenades go out. Face is going to take down Gigatus. Nasu going to come from window. Aslak is in there with the AWP. Needs to pull off something a little bit spectacular. Obviously, fairly close range. Will take out Get Right's now. All down to Face. Aslak is surely going to peek him and gets the kill again. And
Big
well,
round.
they're trying to peek out that area there. And this bomb is going to be defused. And that will be the first round of map number 2 for WinFakt, bringing us to 3-1. And again, Aslak, amazing AWP play.
Also,
but it was
Basic.
Yeah, Basic was really the strong one in that one. Obviously, getting the first kill onto Delpan, getting 2 in that B bomb site, basically because they didn't check it well enough. And that will be round 1 for WinFakt.
Yeah, it was also important that Nasu managed to pick up the Basics AWP from the round and then can bring it into this 5th round, which is obviously a good thing for their economy. Aslak got an early peek in the middle. What if he put in for the box? Did not.
Okay, setting up in towards this middle area. The smoke's down to cover from those AWPs, plus those double doors. Suggests that we will be seeing a catwalk push from SK Gaming.
Yeah, and they're putting themselves in a situation they really need to do an early push because they have no control over B or the dark holes. So if you're playing it too slow in those kind of moments, you are likely to get killed from behind, and you're likely to be up against 4 or even 5 defending CTs, knowing that you're going to attack A. But they know what they're doing, and they're attacking kind of early.
Got the 3-man stack going on. Delpan will walk there with his teammates. He's making sure not to fall off as well. He won't need to fall off because it picked Face off, which was the man in the bottom of the stack. So that all fall into pieces. Robin did bring one back. Aslak down. That's a massive, massive kill for SK. There is Nasu, though. Are they going to get the bomb down here finally, the Swedes? It certainly looks that way. Finally, bomb is ticking away for SK Gaming. It's a 4 versus 3 advantage for WinFakt. Make that 4 versus 2.
Cool positioning from Getra right now, really utilizing the smoke.
Oh, and he's got himself 2 there. A little bit unlucky, I think, not to find Basic as well. They were kind of bunched up in that one. As you mentioned, great positioning, utilizing that smoke and the fact that they wouldn't have been expecting him to be over on that left-hand side of the ramp. But either way, WinFakt win their 2nd in a row.
Getra is one of those players you can never really expect what he's going to do next, because it's finding those kind of new positioning that you never thought someone would use. Sometimes you think it's too stupid to use, but sometimes it's actually really smart to use stupid positions because no one will expect you to be there. And also, as we saw now, I was saying earlier, it's really hard to win clean rounds as CT. Instead, you're forced into bomb plant situations. So now you see, even if WinFakt won 2 rounds in a row now, they are going to play AKs again, and they're only going to have Farmasters and 1 AWP to defend themselves with.
Of course, SK with those AKs all in there. Delpan with that AWP will start to work his way in again. We're going to see, by the looks of things, that catwalk push. Mass smokes coming down. Flash will actually come in now onto catwalk. Let's watch who is there. Robin and Face. Question is who's going to go first. It looks like Face will be the man to check around that corner, and they spot Nasu up on top of the box. That's a massive first kill here as they start to push in there. There's Get Right onto Gigatus. Brilliantly done by the Swedes, and this is looking like a round that will go in their favor. There's another man for Face to pick off, and he will get the kill onto Aslak. Not before he picked off Get Right, though. Goes back for the bomb. That should get planted, and I don't see that WinFakt will even challenge for this one. In fact, Basic is with that AWP backing off towards the B site. Lurpus is there with him as well with the FAMAS. This is going to be a 4-2 lead for SK.
Yeah, not too bad from WinFakt though, because they had 2 weapon rounds now. They know that there are ways to beat SK's attacks. I'm not quite sure if the defending the catwalk players were doing the proper decision to stay after the flashes came in. Obviously, they would have revealed themselves by stepping down from the box and just running up the bomb side. But they will still have 100 HP left. They will still have the opportunity to take new position. Now they gamble that they will not get peeked through the smokes, which Robin eventually found out that they were still on the box, and he was a bit flashed. And yeah, I didn't have time enough to find Robin in the smoke.
Actually, 3 guys, I think, or maybe even 4 guys went over to B. They're going to stack it because it is the eco round coming in for WinFakt. No money to buy those rifles. They're going to be on this save. Forrest gets himself 1. There are more actually working their way through those B lower tunnels, and they will be finished off there by Forrest as I switch away from him. 5-2. SK well on their way to posting up a good score here on this T side.
I would love to see some aggression from CT now. They should go aggressive in lower dark by throwing up a smoke in the middle. They should take aggressive peeks in long, because it's basically just one AK guy going there normally from SK. Instead, they're trying to rely on 3 AKs, 1 AWP going catwalk kind of early in the round, and it's really hard to defend against because SK has worked out those flashbangs so wisely. So if you have those normal positions, you will get flashed and you will have no chance when the attack comes.
It's actually the double eco coming out for WinFakt, and they were absolutely destroyed in that one. Face was down to 5 HP. That could have come out nicely, but again, Face is the only man in the server who is up in double figures, 12 for 3 at the moment. Showing once again, he is that super solid player. 4 is 6 for 2. Both Robin and Get Right 6 for 3, and Delpan 2 for 2. Not really been called up that much into the action. Spans through those middle double doors. See smoke down to try and protect those guys crossing over into the B side. Azlak is already down to 88 HP, so taking a bit of damage early on.
Yeah, not too much though. It should be fine. Playing as AKs or AWP doesn't really matter, because if you get a headshot, you will still die basically.
Delpan just coming around there. He was covering the double doors on that long A area. I think we may just see the catwalk push once again from SK. It's something that's worked out quite nicely for them in the previous rounds.
Yeah, this time WinFakt has not decided to go. They've decided not to go aggressive on catwalk, which I think is the best thing, because they will not feel comfortable staying there after getting kind of picked off early in the earlier rounds. Instead, they're going to rely on Aslak's AWP, who is backed up by Nasu's flashbangs from the boxes down below city base. Might be another tower coming up. Instead,
oh, nicely done there from Get Right. Will actually find himself 2 kills, and maybe WinFakt are going to be looking to save these weapons. Actually, Robin is just cutting off that middle area. Gigatus down at the end of long A. Other man was Basic, who did have an AWP. He's lost it, and that's given away now for this next round. Gigatus still down at the end of long as a smoke comes rolling in. Actually, it was a flash that came around, and here comes a push down. They know now where Gigatus' position is. He again gets a double kill, which seemed to be like the only kills that he gets, actually.
yeah.
It's never 1 at once. It's always 2 at once. Let's have a quick look here, see if they're going to push in. Get Right and Delpan are both moving around, and Gigatus gets Get Right. Can he take Delpan as well, who has just picked himself up the AK? Will drop down into the pit, does take down Gigatus, and that will be 7-2 for SK. Just 1 more round needed to guarantee that lead from this first half. I left my friends list on. Awesome.
We saw Delpan was sacrificing his AWP there in order to kill Gigatus, but that sacrifice is well invested, so to speak. SK probably is well over 10k in money right now, all of them. So it's a better investment just to kill him instead of sticking to the AWP and playing it defensively.
Eco round for WinFakt. SK just going to walk themselves straight into that B site, find it's completely empty and get the bomb down. And there won't be much that WinFakt can really do about it. They decided to stack Shore, which is not a bad bet considering what Fnatic, where did that come from? What SK have
Maybe
been
from
doing.
me, I'm sitting here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this round didn't quite happen. It would have been maybe a whitewash anyway, but it didn't happen. We can just see that SK are mopping up in this middle area. Gigatus did get himself 1 single kill in and amongst that. but it will of course be an SK round. 8-2, they have at least guaranteed themselves the lead, but there's still 5 rounds to go, and their T side is looking very, very strong.
Right. We really need to see if WinFakt gonna come back from this. Then you really need to go aggressive in the dark holes. That's the way to to attack SK's way of attacking catwalk. They can come in from behind early on. The rotation will be much quicker, and we kind of prepare the defenders in A that attack is coming in, and they can counter that with flashbangs. You can counter that with high explosive and just be ready for it. Instead, they're just waiting for the inevitable attack, and there's still only 3 guys there defending, which is way too few guys if you want to close down a bomb site against SK.
They've got the initial pick here as well of SK onto esl-tv, which of course the main AWP player. Oh, this is an interesting move from Nasu. He's actually pushed up in middle, but he will be spotted by Robin. The secondary AWP here is going to be Basic, who we saw some early action from him in that B side, but since then been fairly quiet. Still looking for that man in middle, and he's missing these shots, which is something that WinFakt just can't afford right now. He has to get these kills. And it looks like Get Right actually headed over towards the B site. Bombing's with Robin. Let's try and find where he is. He's still headed over towards A. Gets the kill onto Lurpis. Forrest will take down Gigatus, and then there is now just that one man left alive. That will be Basic. And yeah, he was flashed up there in the corner anyway. Robin will take him down. It's 9-2.
I think we're going to make that 10-2 in a bit here, because they are investing those money in AWPs, which means they're going to be forced to ecos. But still, they might be a bit desperate now, so they're going to buy Pharmacies and they're going to buy Colts with the low armor. Because they really need to start picking up rounds now. And they're going aggressive in Dark Holes now, which I think is pretty late by now. It's kind of expected when you do it this late as well, because if nothing works, SK know they're going to do those things. If they do it early, SK don't expect it.
Nasu actually pushed through the double doors in middle, but it's not going to matter too much. I mean, SK are pushed through in towards this B site. Get Right this time does have the bomb, and he is going to get that planted. So that B site is where the bomb will go down. Let's see if WinFakt can put together a retake of this bomb site. esl-tv is still over by A with the FAMAS. I'm pretty sure that WinFakt aren't going to commit all these guys that are still over by A into that bomb site to try and get this defused. They're going to try and hold on to these weapons to go through into the next round of play. It's only the 2, of course, Gigatus and esl-tv.
I'd say SK is starting to run after him a bit late here. It's really late game right now, and they could have just put 1 or 2 guys next to B, and the other guys just dashed after the saving WinFakt players. But the WinFakt players managed to save some weapons, and they might use them to buy another time. They can drop Pharmacies probably.
You know, we talked about the whole momentum factor with WinFakt, that they need to get off to a good start. They actually won the 9th round here. They decided to start on that CT side. Then they're already 10-2 behind with 3 rounds still remaining. Do you think if SK managed to get up to that 13-2 or 12-3, do you think that's maybe too much for WinFakt?
I totally believe so, because then it's going to be down to the pistol round, and that would be too much pressure for WinFakt to cope with. And I mean, SK have really amazing players, so even if they would lose the pistol round, having 13 rounds in the backpack is something they feel very confident with, and they know that eventually they're going to get into those moments when they can secure a couple of rounds at CT.
Delpan is going to get himself the bomb planted. And they go hunting.
Yeah, straight away, that's smart. Is it just me, or has Gigatus saved a lot of rifle this?
Yeah, he's been keeping that rifle quite a long time.
He's a saver.
Actually, he's only died 11 times out of 12, so there we go. He will be taken down this round, so not going to be able to take that Colt through into the next one. It's 11-2. Still 2 rounds to go, and WinFakt desperately need, as you mentioned, I mean, 12, 13 rounds, still a massive comeback needed. But I think it's more of the fact of winning these last couple of rounds in terms of a momentum thing for WinFakt.
They didn't manage to do so on Mirage. They didn't get those early rounds, which they so badly needed. I think my honest opinion is that the game is over, to be honest. SK will win this game, but everybody likes nice comebacks and upsets, but I don't see that happen here in New York.
Again, we're seeing those smokes down for the push onto Catwalk. There is a guy down in the lower tunnels. That was Lurpis, who did get himself the kill onto Forest. Let's see how much of a difference that will make, as Get Right drops basic as well. More flashes onto Catwalk, but I think they may go for B, yeah, as obviously Get Right did push the area. They need to be careful here because WinFakt are going to peek out over from Catwalk, and they're a little bit too slow with that one. Bomb is actually being thrown over there. Get Right did clear that B site, so they are going to get the plant in here with Robin.
Yeah, and I mean, in a normal case, they would probably try to save the rifles now, but they know that they're down 2-11, so they really need those rounds, and they just have to gamble here. But yeah, again, there's no chance to really get this round, or probably not any more rounds in this map at all, because it looks to me like they've given up a bit.
Azalek still is alive here with the AWP. Nicely done onto Get Right. Obviously, SK don't want him to be taking this AWP through into the next round. This will be the final one of the half, and it will be a 12-2 scoreline. An amazing performance here from SK on this terrorist side. Face is 24 for 5. Great scoreline. Robin 14 for 4. Which, you know, in the first game we talked about Robin, not so many kills, but as the guy who sits in the middle and calls everything, it's not something that he should really be caring about, not something that he does care about, just that the team's doing well. But this time really coming out strong as Robin, 14 for 4, 14 for 5 with Get Right. Forest is 11 for 7 and 5 for 3. Delpan not really being all that involved in this first half there, as Face will take out Gigatus, who did drop Robin just before that one. And WinFakt, yeah, they seem to have lost all hope in this game.
Yeah, the Finnish team are a bit like that. So I need to stress again how badly they need a good start. That's what they can. That's their fuel, basically. If they don't get it, they will run out of it. They don't have any ways of doing comebacks.
So 13-2 is the scoreline after this first half. A big T half for SK. As you can see there, the SK guys on your screen looking very calm and collected, knowing that just those 3 rounds will win the game for them.
There's no reason for them to stand up and talk about the pistol round. It's just continue with the flow they are in right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're just going to stack up with armors and go for early peaks. Let's hope they're not saving out the pistols this time as they did on Mirage.
Apparently, this one is not live. SK, I think, having a little bit more time needed. WinFakt are actually, a few of them got the headphones off there. The admin has just come in, so I'm not sure if there's a couple of issues with a WinFakt machine. So Lurpis there in the middle, who is talking to the admin. But I mean, 13-2 can't. I mean, you've been in these situations before from both sides of it. I mean, how much pressure is on you, and what's going through your head when you're 13-2 behind, going into a pistol round, which you know is win or make or break?
Yeah, you're starting with the pistol round, of course, and then you try to stack up money and just like trying to force your opponent to be in the same situation you were the half before. But it's basically just taking it round by round, and when you're starting to reach, if you're up 10-0 now, you know it's kind of close, it gets really intense, so you're starting to think more than you should. We especially saw ourselves doing that in the mouse game in Inferno at IEM China, where we did a great comeback. But you know, in this situation, Joe, I don't think it's not gonna happen. And I think WinFakt are kind of a bit upset on themselves that they decided to start a CT on those 2, because I think the solid thing to do is to play T. Even that CT can be really strong, but you know, T is strong and solid.
Yeah, and it's, I think, always a gamble, especially with a team that, you know, we've talked so often about need that momentum to work things out, to get things going in the game, and you get off to a bad start on the weaker side, and you're going to have some real problems, as has been shown here with that 13-2 scoreline. SK seem to be ready, actually, to start this second half off. Not sure what's happening here with the WinFakt guys. Let's switch cameras and have a look. Yeah, There we go. So headset's coming back on. Aslak just texting his mum, saying he's about to lose, maybe. I'm sure not. Well, we're going to find out here as headsets do go on for the WinFakt guys as well, and we should be ready to get this second half underway. So just 3 rounds away from picking up the victory in the grand final. Get right saying you won that round anyway, by the way. So I guess there's some talk of something that went on in the game that WinFakt weren't so happy about. But either way, the scoreline stands 13-2. Coming into this second half now, SK move over onto the counter-terrorist team. Let's see if they can win this pistol and seal off this game, or whether WinFakt will have a chance to come back into the grand final. Of course, they are already 1 map behind, so they have to win this one to force us into a third and final map, which would be Train. And it looks like they're going to go quite heavily and quite quickly here into this B site. Forest and Face getting the first, second, and third kills. Doing a great job of holding this bomb site. There goes Forest with another one. And this is how you hold with 2 men. Get Right actually came in from behind. Just shot Face in the head. Why not? Just because he can. At this stage doesn't really matter all that much. And that will be the 14-2 scoreline. Nope, no bomb plant. No
that was
kill.
like a tactical massacre again. I mean, like,
yeah,
they're throwing in the smoke, revealing they are in there. They probably make the noise as well. And just
they're
giving SK time to throw those nades, getting into those proper positions. So you saw Face getting like 3 kills there just because he got in the good position. If they would have just commit to rush in straight away, he would probably just switching between grenades and stuff and not being really ready for it. Now they threw the smoke, wait a couple of seconds, and allow the rotation to start coming from SK. They allow the grenades to come in the tunnel. So yeah, I'm not really sure what that was all about. Now they're trying to go B again with the Eagles.
Yeah, which is not going to work. Face is actually just going to sit back here with that M4, looking for these 2 kills. A couple of them actually lined up perfectly. Aslak will take down Face. Forest goes down as well. This could be interesting stuff if WinFakt are able to win this one. They're going to get the bomb down here with Aslak, but the grenades are going to come over the top as well. SK looking for this retake. Obviously, do have that stronger weaponry beside the M4 that they dropped a little bit earlier on. Delpan will get one there. He's Aslak with the deagle, but he's only got 2 shots left maybe to get the kill. Doesn't manage to pick it up. And then Diffuse will come in here any second from Get Right, which will leave us on a massive 15-2 scoreline for SK. Yeah, 13 match points. If you throw it away at this stage of the game, something went really, really desperately wrong. But
you believe in miracles?
Yeah, bomb was down, 4 kills, so we will be seeing, obviously in this last and vital round for WinFakt, everything that they can possibly afford to go and throw into this round. Question is, will anything come out of it, or will it just be another one-sided round, as we saw with those last 2? It looks like they're going to be going for the short rush and moving in there very, very quickly, actually. Flash comes across. Robin is going to be taken down by Gigatus. That's a good start. Delpan is still there, and he gets himself one. Get Right with another one as well. Get Right still hanging around, as Nasu actually has 1 HP, which is not good whatsoever. Nasu is the last man left alive here. Face will take him down, and we will see SK being the champions here of the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge in New York. And, well, a very, very well-deserved victory. So solid. 16-2 here on Dust 2. And that's just a massive whitewash victory.